Italian Americans and a connection to family. Throughout this semester, the Italian American family has been one of the key factors we've looked at. We've learned that it's a stereotype, and it's one of the few positive stereotypes in general that Italian Americans have. But we've learned that it's more than a stereotype. It's actually, there are parts of this that are very true, and that there are very strong ties to the Italian family. And this is best shown throughout four films we watched this semester: The Godfather, Do the Right Thing, Marty, and Tarantella. The Godfather starts out and it shows the most romanticized and perfect view of the Italian family. It's a strong, close knit group of people that share blood, but also it extends past that. You see at the beginning of with the wedding, you have all the immediate family there, the extended family, and members of the community. That shows that the Italian family, while strong with blood members, also expands into the community. Don Corleone is a great example of this. He is the godfather. He's the godfather of the family, but also the community. And throughout the film, this idea of family is reinforced. This is shown through them sending Michael off to Italy to protect him. And then when Michael takes charge, he gets revenge for his brother who was killed by the other families. And also he gets revenge on his brother-in-law for beating up his sister and being an abusive husband. And overall, this is a positive view of the Italian family. At what lengths they'll go to protect the family. And next is Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing is an interesting view on the Italian family. It shows how an Italian family interacts with a different culture. This can be akin to when the first Italians were coming over to America and they had no community to back them up, and they were on their own. And you see this through the three members of the family. The father, who's been there the longest, is respected in the community, and the community respects him. His restaurant is a place that many in the community come to interact with, and he is seen as a vital member of that community. And then you have the two brothers. The one brother, he's accepting the culture. He likes rap and hip hop. He interacts with the community, has friends in it, and it kind of shows the assimilation into that community. While the other brother tries to distance himself from that community by trying to be pure Italian, by not liking the other members in that community that they're in the African American community. And this comes across as racist many times throughout the movie. And another view of the family is how it doesn't just rely based on Italians. With Mookie, he is seen as a kind of member of the family. The father of the family accepts him into the restaurant and says, "You're always welcome here. You always have a place here." And this is also shown at the end of the movie when Mookie wants to get paid, and the father gives him more money than he works for, kind of as I care for you. I'm still angry at you, but I do care for you. And overall, this is a positive view of the Italian family structure. Next, we have Marty. Marty it shows the positives and the negatives that the Italian family can have. It shows the positives. He has a strong relationship with his mother, with his cousin, with his aunt, and how they all truly do care for each other. But this Italian family, this closeness is sometimes overbearing. And this is shown with his cousin and his cousin-in-law, where his aunt is overbearing, not wanting to use the same dishes as his cousin-in-law, doesn't want to use the same dishes, and all telling her how to raise the kid, and they just can't deal with it. So they ask her to move in with Marty's mother. And this goes well, and then Marty meets a girl, and Marty's mother begins to fear this will happen with her. So she tries to push Marty away from the girl so she can have him and keep the family life that they have. And this shows the negative it can have, where the family can try to push away people that come into the family that feel like they can break up the family. And it's mixed, so it's good in the initial view with Marty and his mom and how he deals with that family. but it's negative in the view of family being overbearing and then trying to hold Marty back from finding love. The next movie is Tarantella, and this shows an irregular family structure. Her mother and father are dead, but she has resentment for her mother. But she gradually learns about her mother and her grandmother through a book and how they came to America and that. And it shows it's not a traditional family structure. There's no big family dinners. She's trying to push away her Italian heritage, and the family is part of that. But you see that the strong family ties still apply. She has trouble selling the house, getting rid of belongings. And she really, when she enters the house, she has a strong connection to that family. And it's a very different take than the previous films, which have everyone in the family really getting along and liking each other, and it just shows how there can be rifts in that family structure, and the pain and resentment that can build with families, and how unresolved it can cause anger. She feels anger towards her mother, and she feels like she doesn't get to say goodbye properly. Next, we'll go to the conclusion, and that overall family is it's important in Italian American culture and in this class, as we've seen. And film have done a great way in showing the different ways family is effective and how Italian Americans deal with family, the family structure in the community and even outside the community, and how most of the time it is strong and it's more than a stereotype a lot of times. And just shows overall how family is important and should be valued.